Good morning, and welcome back to another episode of the Talk to Tanner Morning Show, where we go over tips, tricks, ideas, and exercises to help make you the absolute best version of yourself, not only for yourself, but for the people you love and care about most. You become better for not only you, but the people you love and care about most. You gotta be a little uncomfortable and take that leap of faith. You're in control of the process. I'm here with you. If we don't continue to grow, if we don't continue to move on, we will be sad and upset. And we're going to be going over not only the benefits of creating your ideal day. So, ideal day being, what do you want to do with your time? If you got to choose your work, your habits, like how you feel your time with your relationships, like a regular day, Monday through Friday, how would you spend your day? That's what we're aiming to create. We're going to go over the benefits of knowing what that is. And additionally, we're going to go over some tools to help create this. And you really don't need much. It doesn't need to get fancy. You don't need to spend $1 bazillion on this kind of stuff. You just need, whether it's a notebook, over here from the studio, you've seen I got a whiteboard. We got the chalkboard behind us. And then also we're going to be pulling up a Google Calendar to kind of play around with and fill that stuff in. So before we start my own ideal day, really what we're going to do is we're going to go over some benefits. Let's go ahead. We're going to go over some benefits and then stick around with us, because then I'm going to show you my ideal day. And I'm just going to write out some stuff I've been working on. What are my aims for my ideal day? And what are some time blocking stuff that I'm doing to try and maximize the most out of it? So again, thinking of your ideal day, you're writing out what it is that you want to do Monday through Friday for the most bang for your buck. What do you want to do with your day? What is ideal? Really focusing on that word ideal. And then we compare that ideal day, what we've created, to the day that we actually have. And this is where I love coaching and how it comes in so well, because I create this ideal day and then I go on with my life and I do what I need to do, because you're not going to do all of it all the time. Absolutely impossible. So we got to not berate ourselves and kick the crap out of ourselves because we don't hit the mark 100%. It's an ideal day, an ideal. And then life is life, and things, you get pulled in one direction, you get pulled in another direction, and that's okay. We're just trying to get as close as we can. We talk about this metaphor. We're never going to run a mile in 0 minutes and 0 seconds. Literally impossible. But what we can do is try to reduce our time. And reducing our time makes us feel fulfilled, makes us feel happy, makes it feel like we're making progress. And I think it's the same thing with a lot of stuff within your job, within your relationships, health, wealth, relationships, the 3 golden things that we're trying to help skyrocket for people here on this morning show. So, benefits of creating your ideal day. You're thinking, oh, that's all cool. And that's why the hell would I actually do that? Well, I'll tell you in about 5 points here. Number 1, clarity and focus. I think a lot of us struggle. I can only speak from personal experience. I've struggled dearly from not knowing what it is I want to do. We have so many options now in 2023. Sometimes it can be really difficult just to know and have the clarity to be able to focus on what it is that you want to do. If you don't know, if you don't have the clarity of what it is you want to do, I'm telling you, it's going to be pretty much impossible to sit down and focus on anything, because you're like, oh, I could do a little of this. Oh, I could do a little of that. I'm sure you can think of a time in your life where you were working on something and then you jumped over to the other thing. You jumped over to the next thing. You jumped over to the next thing. And then we weren't getting a whole lot of progress done. Next is the second benefit of creating your ideal day. I've gotten a lot of internal motivation after I've created this ideal day. I feel internally motivated. I don't know if there's any other type of motivation. External motivation, you could say external motivation, but I feel like it's just kind of changing your internal motivation. The words don't matter, versus you just want to be internally motivated. You want to be motivated. Your emotions have to be excited, happy. These positive emotions have proven in thousands of studies that when we enjoy something, when we're motivated to do something, when we want to do something, people are incredible. We can accomplish amazing feats. You've seen adventure athletes like climb 12, 14,000 peaks in like a short period of time. You've seen athletes jumping out of planes. You've seen athletes like play multiple professional sports. I think, and it doesn't have to always be physical. It could be something in mental. I think people can be so tough mentally that what the classic examples, that Buddhist monk who set himself on fire to protest human trafficking over in India, and he's just literally sitting there aflame, not willing to move a muscle. Yeah. So internal motivation, if we have it, I believe that we can do absolutely anything. Do you need to sit in a spot and set yourself on fire? Absolutely not. Please do not do that. But it just shows you that if you want to do something, then we can manufacture the ideal day and the support internal motivation in order to get that done. Next up is time management. You've heard this term probably a gazillion times, but it's important. You got to know where your time's going. I always love this Pomodoro method with the chess timer that we've been ranting and raving about a lot lately. And it just gives so much clarity to where your time's actually going. So you're creating this ideal day. You have the ideal day. And then you are just living your life. And then you're seeing how big is the gap in between these two things, between the ideal day and between what you're actually doing. And then the time management is how we manage our time to try and get closer to that ideal day. Next up, number 4, for benefits of why you are of creating your ideal day and why I want you to do it, is you can reduce stress and anxiety. I think stress and anxiety cripples people and keeps us from taking action and becoming the people who we really, truly want to be. If we can reduce stress and anxiety just by having a better understanding of what do we actually want, I believe that we can become more productive. We can get more positive results more often. I think this will naturally reduce stress and anxiety. When you take action on something, your anxiety will dissipate. When you take action on stuff, your stress will dissipate. If we do not, if we are getting far, say if we have our ideal day and our actions are getting farther and farther away because we have worse and worse habits, the gap will continue to grow. And this gap is filled of negative emotion, pain, and suffering, guaranteed. So think about it. If there is something that you really want and you keep getting farther away from it, have you felt like shit? The answer is probably yes. I can speak from personal experience. When I have something that I want and I keep acting out of alignment from this and I'm getting farther away from this, I feel worse. If you want to be fit and healthy and you keep gaining weight, do you feel better or do you feel worse? Absolutely terrible. You feel stressed. You feel anxious. You feel not good enough. You feel ugly. You feel like you hate yourself. And that's not worth living, right? And not to speak in such extremes, but I think a lot of us do live this type of extreme, whether we have massive amounts of stress from work, we have massive amounts of anxiety just from trying to figure out what it is that we want. And then we're all jumbled up and then we have a big ball of fire inside of us. And then it causes a bunch of pain and suffering. And our goal here is to help reduce suffering and improve quality of life. And I think we can do that by creating our ideal day. Number 5 of why I believe it's super important to have the ideal day, better decision making. Better decision making. Your life right now is the sum of the choices that you've made since you were born. Your life right now, everything that's in your life, is just a sum of the actions and choices that you've made up until this point. And a lot of people will argue that, oh, well, my parents were bad. Oh, well, this environment, this wasn't working. Oh, well, this, and it's like, and this is where you are at factually. This is where you are at right now. And where do you want to go in the future? It's not about where you started. It's about where you finish. And I think we can start to internalize this and visualize this with doing things like creating an ideal day. I'm really big on envisioning stuff. I believe in manifestation. I think that shit's super powerful. And we don't need to do it often. I'm not saying you got to cross your legs and sit on the ground and sing Kumbaya and just see yourself doing everything every single minute of the day, versus we just need to be making better choices. And I promise we're going to be getting better results. If you choose to put working out in your day, and you do this 4 times a week, you will look healthier. You will feel better. You will look better. These are factual things that are backed by thousands of studies, research, medical doctors, trainers, people, professionals in the industry to see like, holy crap, if you just work out 3, 4 times a week, you're going to get results. And I think if we make better decisions and we create our ideal day and we keep making the decisions to keep getting closer and more in alignment with this ideal day, we're going to be seeing incredible results. And there's nothing more powerful on the planet than when you see yourself making progress towards your goals. I literally can't think of anything else that's better. You can argue like, oh, having a child and this and that. From a personal development standpoint, between just you and yourself, making progress towards your goals feels freaking amazing. And I think everyone would be doing themselves a disservice if they didn't live in alignment with that and trying to get the most out of that. A last bonus is we're going to talk about, we'll circle back to this. We just need to understand our inputs and our outputs. So if this is what I'm putting into my day and these are the results I'm getting, if I don't like the results, I need to change something. And that's why I like the ideal day so much, because it allows us to get creative and to brainstorm and to think of what it is that we want to do and how we want to go about it. So if you want to look at anything this morning, say you're looking at your day, your Friday, about what could I put into this day in order to get what I want out tomorrow? What can I put in today that I'd really enjoy, that will allow me to live in the present moment and make the most out of this day? So thanks for checking out our content. If you want to learn more about investing in yourselves and working with me and our company personally, we offer a 6-week Total Life Mastery Bootcamp where we go over the most important topics to make sure that our life has the foundation we need to catapult us forward, to take the right and proper actions, to become happier and more productive, guaranteed, or our money back.